The story begins in the Midwest with Ray Kroc, a 52-year-old milkshake machine salesman trying to sell a milkshake to different restaurants. His daily routine is a gauntlet of rejection. He visits various drive-ins, which were the standard for fast food in the early 1950s. Ray waits in his car, frustrated to get the meal he didn't order, representing a man who sees a world that is fundamentally broken and inefficient. He is a pro-business mind looking for a logic that doesn't exist yet in the food industry. His life changes when he receives an unusually large order as a small restaurant in San Bernardino, California, orders 6 multi-mixers. There are no car hops, no jukeboxes. Instead, there is a simple, clean walk-up window and a line of people that moves with precision. Ray stands in line, confused. He tries to order, expecting the usual friction, but is handed a hot burger in a paper bag in roughly 30 seconds for just 15 cents. He takes his bag to a nearby park bench, bites into the burger, and has a look of genuine surprise on his face. He sees families eating together. No plates, no silver, no weight. As Ray sits mesmerized by the crowd, he has dinner to know the story behind the origin of this speedy service system. Over drinks, Mac and Dick recount their journey. Their first venture wasn't food, it was the film industry. However, the timing was cursed. The Depression hit hard and people couldn't afford movie tickets. This initial failure shaped their philosophy. People might stop spending money on entertainment, but they will never stop eating. They pivot to a hot dog stand, which evolves into a successful barbecue drive-in. They had a massive menu, dozens of car hops, and a steady stream of customers. Their barbecue stand was plagued by the common headaches of the 1940s food scene. They had 27 items, but 87% of their sales were just burgers, fries, and shakes. In a move that most would consider insane, they decided to close their profitable business to fix it. They fired the car hops, simplified the menu to just 3 items, and switched to paper packaging. Dick describes how they perfected the kitchen layout. They took their entire staff to a public tennis court and drew the kitchen floor plan in chalk. We see a flashback of the brothers standing on a ladder, acting after other cars slowly starting to show up, and that is how their restaurant business started. By the end of the dinner, the contrast between the brothers and Ray is stark. Ray, however, is vibrating with a different kind of energy. Ray is just realizing how much further there is to go. The next day, Ray shows up back at the restaurant, pacing the parking lot. He approaches Dick and Mac with a proposition. Franchise. They've already tried it. They had 5 or 6 franchises across California and Arizona, and it was a logistical nightmare. The other outlets started adding burritos or pizza to the menu, and the kitchens becoming dirty and disorganized. To the brothers, they would rather have one perfect restaurant than 100 mediocre ones. Ray notices 2 arches on the restaurant. Dick named them the Golden Arches, something that stands out from other restaurants. After getting rejected by the brothers, Ray took a lonely drive back to the Midwest. He's forced back into his old life, hauling his heavy 5-spindle multi-mixers, facing the same rejections he had before California. But something in him has shifted. As he traverses the American heartland, he notices 2 consistent landmarks: the church, with the cross reaching towards the sky, and the government building, with the American flag snapping in the wind. He realizes that these aren't just buildings, they are a beacon. Driven by this epiphany, Ray goes back to San Bernardino, this time as a visionary. He suggested they franchise the business for the sake of the country. The Golden Arches, they need to be the new American church, and it's not just open on Sundays, it's open 7 days a week. He believes that the idea will sell the customers the American identity. The brothers are finally moved by Ray's fervor, and they agree to let him take the lead on franchising. So they agree to the deal, but only on their terms, ensuring absolute control in their hands. Ray signs the papers without hesitation. Ray, dressed in his best suit, visits bank after bank to collect funds. He lays out his grand plan for the franchise, showing the blueprints and the photos from San Bernardino. Finally, he manages to secure a loan, putting his own house on the line, much to the silent concern of his wife. Securing the fund, Ray finds a plot of commercial land in Des Plaines, Illinois. He reaches down, grabs a handful of the raw, dark soil, hoping for the timing to finally be right.
As the building goes up, the logical adjustments to the kitchen layout building design is a concern for the brother. They don't want to rush the process. Dick insists that the outlet must be a perfect mirror of the original. When Ray secures a sponsorship deal with Coca-Cola, Dick shuts it down instantly. He expresses deep concern for the brand image, fearing that commercializing the logo cheapens the McDonald's name. Ray hangs up the phone with disappointment. When the restaurant finally opens, Ray personally supervises every second of the operation. He stands over the grill men, timing the flips of the patties. He watches the fry station with a hawk-like gaze, ensuring the pickles and salt is distressed person in the building. He returns home to his wife, not looking like a defeated salesman. Ray is slightly embarrassing. The air is thick with polite condescension as the friends ask Ray what he's been up to lately. Ethel, sensing the tension, supports her husband, tells the group to hear him out. Ray doesn't hesitate. He speaks of the Golden Arches as a gold mine. He convinces these wealthy socialites that this is a ground floor opportunity to own a piece of the future.
They eventually invested in the business, however. The expansion quickly turns into a disaster. Ray visits one of these new outlets owned by one of his wealthy friends and is horrified. The parking lot is dirty, the speedy system is sluggish. He finds the owner of that outlet and shows the lettuce leaf on a burger that shouldn't be there. While contemplating his next move, Ray encounters a man named Leonard Rosenblatt who is struggling to sell Bibles. Ray doesn't see a religious man, he sees a salesman. He recognizes the same grind in Leonard that he has in himself. Ray hires him on the spot. Ray watches as Leonard and his wife work the restaurant together. They aren't just employees, they are a family unit, treating the business as their life's blood. This is Ray's eureka moment. He realizes the secret to the franchise isn't wealthy elites, it's middle-class couples who are willing to put in the manual labor to secure their own American dream. Ray begins a whirlwind tour across the country, delivering high-energy, positive-thinking speeches to rooms full of working-class strivers. He recruits veterans, immigrants, and blue-collar workers, promising them that if they follow the system, they will own their. During a trip to a high-end restaurant with two business associates, Ray's attention is pulled away from the business chatter by the sound of a piano. He watches a woman, Joan Smith, playing with an effortless, sophisticated grace. When the restaurant owner introduces Joan as his wife, the connection between her and Ray is immediate. She possesses a sharp, ambitious energy that Ray's wife Ethel lacks. They end up at the piano together, singing and playing in a moment of genuine chemistry. Ray returns home looking revitalized by the trip, but the glow is short-lived. Despite the hero status, Ray's bank accounts tell he is drowning. Because of the restrictive contract he signed, the vast majority of the profits flowed directly to Mac and Dick in San Bernardino. Ray calls the brothers, his voice cracking, verging on the edge of collapse. He tries to renegotiate the deal, but Dick McDonald denies the request. Ray hangs up to find a mountain of past due notices on his desk. Worse, the bank has called his home, and Ethel has discovered that Ray secretly mortgaged their house to fund the expansion. The domestic peace is shattered. Ray reaches his breaking point. He storms into his local bank, venting his fury at the loan officers who called his home. Seeking an escape, he visits one of his outlets, sees Joan. During a conversation with Joan and her husband, she introduces Ray to a revolutionary product, Instamix. It is a powdered formula that, when mixed with water, creates a milkshake instantly. No expensive refrigeration, no bulky milk cans, and significantly lower electricity costs. To Joan, it's a brilliant business move. To Ray, it's a lifeline that could save his franchises thousands of dollars a month. Ray calls Dick and he pitches the Instamix, explaining the massive cost savings and the efficiency it would bring to the system. But Dick's reaction is clean. Using a chemical powder is a violation of everything they stand for. His office, staring at the phone. The handcuffs of the contract have finally become unbearable. While Ray is at the bank arguing with the loan officers about his mounting debt, a man in a sharp suit, Harry Sonborn, overhears the exchange. He sees the frustration of a man who has built a massive brand but is being strangled. As Ray storms out of the bank, Harry approaches him. He offers an observation. Harry admires the scale Ray has achieved, but he recognizes the fundamental flaw in Ray's business model.
Ray takes Harry back to his office. Calculation, Harry looks up and delivers the line that changes Ray's life forever. Harry says Ray is not in the burger business, he's in the real estate business. He proposes that Ray forms a separate company to buy or lease the land where every future McDonald's will sit. Then Ray leases that land back to the franchisees. This gives Ray two things the brothers can't touch: a steady stream of rental income and, more importantly, leverage. If a franchisee doesn't follow Ray's rules, he can evict them from the land, effectively shutting down their business.
Ray realizes that Ray immediately moves to take the company national with ruthless efficiency. He meets with top executives and lawyers, incorporating the Franchise Realty Corporation. Word of Ray's new corporation reaches San Bernardino. Dick McDonald is livid, screaming into the phone that Ray is in breach of contract. He insists that Ray cannot do anything related to the McDonald's brand without their express written consultation and approval. Ray is cold and commanding. He tells Dick that his new company has nothing to do with burgers. It's a real estate firm. He delivers a chilling final blow to the brothers' authority. Your authority ends at the door of the restaurant. You own the kitchen, but I own the land. With that, the handcuffs are broken. Ray is no longer working for the brothers. He is slowly becoming their landlord. Now, with the legal shielding of the Franchise Realty Corporation, Ray bypasses the brothers entirely and approves Instamix to every single franchise across the country, except for the brothers' original store in San Bernardino. When Dick McDonald finds out, he is beyond furious. He calls Ray, screaming that this is a direct violation of their contract. But Ray coldly informs Dick that he is finished taking marching orders from them. He tells Dick that the world is moving forward, with or without them. Back at home, the silence between Ray and Ethel has become deafening. Over a tense, joyless dinner, Ray finally says he wants a divorce. There is only Ray's cold, calculated detachment. During the legal settlement, he instructs his lawyers to ensure Ethel gets the house, fight him in court. It will be a legal nightmare that will bankrupt them. He is a giant, and they are insects in his path. Mac accuses Ray of betrayal. Ray barks back. I want to win. I want to put a hole in the mouth of my competitors. I'm national, you guys are locals. Ray's insults cut deep. The weight of the betrayal, the loss of their name, and Ray's sheer venom are too much for Mac's heart to take. Mac clutches his Mac is recovering from his collapse. The doctor provides a grim update on his health, emphasizing the physical toll the stress has taken. As the brothers sit in a rare moment of tucked inside the flowers is a blank check. Ray stands over Mac's hospital bed and makes his move. He wants it all. The name, the speedy system, the arches, and the history. He wants to buy them out completely. The brothers are left baffled and speechless. After some deliberation, Dick speaks with Ray to deliver their terms. The price for their life's work is $2.7 million, an amount carefully calculated to leave them each with exactly $1 million after tax. To Ray, $2.7 million is a fortune. Besides, they want to keep their original store, the San Bernardino location, as a gift. The climax of the business war takes place in a high-rise legal office. Ray's lawyers present the final contracts. Ray's side explains that because of the company's investors and the legal complexities of the new corporation, the royalty cannot be put in by a handshake. With no other options, they sign the papers and shake Ray's hand. The legal war is technically over, but the emotional debt remains unpaid. Ray and Dick faced each other in a washroom. Dick looks at Ray through the mirror and asks him the one question that has been haunting him. He asked him if it was the speedy service system blueprints that made Ray excited about the business. Ray looks at Dick with a chilling, predatory calm. He explains that it was never about the kitchen or the burgers. It's the name, that glorious name, McDonald's. It sounds like America. He explains that Kroc sounds blunt, Slavic, and unappealing, but McDonald's? It sounds like home. He tells Dick that the second he saw that name on the sign in San Bernardino, he knew he had to have it. Ray walks out of the washroom, leaving Dick alone in the silence. Dick realizes that he is forced to sell his family name to a man who will spend the rest of history pretending he invented it. In the final scene, we see Ray Kroc in a hotel suite preparing for a speech, practicing the very words about persistence he used to hear on those self-help records. An on-screen text reveals that the handshake was never honored. The brothers never received a single cent of the royalties, which would have been worth hundreds of millions of dollars today. Ray Kroc is the founder, and the McDonald brothers are a footnote in the history of the empire they built.